It was an offer that the Jewish people couldn't refuse. Take a divine blessing or a divine curse, their choice. We read in this week's Torah reading, "Behold, I have set before you today a blessing and a curse. The blessing, that you will observe the commandment of the Lord your God, which I command you today. And the curse, if you will not observe the commandments of the Lord your God, but turn away from the way I command you this day to follow the other gods which you do not know." Part of observing and listening to the mitzvos was the general charge. Observe and listen to these words that I command you, that it may benefit you and your children after you forever, when you do what is good and proper in the eyes of the Lord your God. In his commentary to these words, Rashi explained the phrase, all of these words that I command you, as meaning, this means that a light commandment should be as precious to you as a difficult commandment. Rashi also wrote that God's charge to do good meant good in the eyes of heaven and proper meant in the eyes of man. The charge to observe the commands harkens to a teaching in the Mishnayos of Pirkei Avos. Rabbi Gamliel, the son of Rabbi Yehuda HaNasi, taught that his will should be your will, so that he should make your will to be as his will. Nullify your will before his will, so that he should nullify the will of others before your will. King David wrote in Tehillim, "Teach me to do your will, for you are my God. May your good spirit lead me in an even land." In his commentary to this verse, the Ibn Ezra wrote that King David was praying that God habituate him to follow the commandments. In contrast, the Radak, another great scholar, wrote that this is a prayer for helping scholarship. The charge in this week's Sedra, King David's prayer, and Rabbi Gamliel's lesson are all directly related. The push to observe the mitzvos is a challenge to set aside the individual's desire to do the will of God. This requires becoming regular to do mitzvos to the point of habit and great scholarship. Far from an act of self-restraint, following the will of God in observance and study requires the individual to decide to follow the intellectually correct path.